Evan, I can't believe it's been 6 years and so many amazing memories I can't count.
Stephanie, I choose to spend the rest of my life with you. Every morning, every day, every night.
I wake up every day so lucky that you're by my side because you make me feel more loved than I ever thought possible. You encourage me every day to go after my dreams and always there as a shoulder to cry when things don't go to plan. Thank you for loving me, laughing with me, and being my person I can always depend on.
You're the most caring person I know, and I love every single way that you'll do anything for me. I promise to support you, push you, inspire you, above all, love you.
Even though I don't think forever will be long enough, I can't wait to start this next crazy, fun, and sure to be amazing journey together. You have my heart forever and always.
So to Evan, I've known him since he was only 6 feet tall. We met in 5th grade and we were quick friends. We were a match made in heaven. One of the memories that sticks out most in my head with Evan, more than all the others, happened to actually be the worst day of my entire life. The woman who raised me abruptly died, and I was 16 years old. And Lisa brought Evan and one of my other friends down there. And when he saw me, he made sure to come out and see me as soon as possible. And didn't say a word. He just came up and just gave me the biggest hug that I've ever had in my entire life. And he didn't let go. And it was at that moment that I knew Evan was the best man I knew and was such a caring man. And I will remember that for my entire life. Thank you for that. All right, and I'm glad that Evan found somebody else who recognizes qualities in him and appreciates that. Steph, you've married an incredible man, my best friend. And though he may be stubborn at times, all the time, and is undoubtedly going to be bald within 3 to 5 years, I swear to you, he is worth it. Thank you for giving him the love that he deserves. And here's to a lifetime of happiness. I love you guys.
I actually remember the moment that Mom told me that she was pregnant with you. She was laying in her bed upstairs, and it was nighttime, and I remember I came up and I kind of crawled up next to her, and she's like, "There's a baby in my belly." That was you. I remember, we all 3 of us would go out in the woods and just epic adventures pretending to be Indians and horses, a lot of just great memories, like growing up, us 3 girls together. Evan, I knew you were trouble when I met you because I was like, this is the only guy I've ever met who Stephanie can wear heels and he's still taller than her. Stephanie, kind of growing up, Stephanie was always a little bit more the shy one. I was the bossy one, of course. But around Evan, Stephanie is just like this big, goofball. You guys are so cute together. You bring out the side of my sister that I've never seen before, and I love it. I love seeing you guys together and joke around together and play with Scotty together. So from trips to Iceland, Greece, and Spain, Evan became part of our family. So this, and it doesn't hurt that he's an IU fan, so my parents are like, oh, great. You're not just husband and wife, you're best friends, and I think anybody in this room can see that. And welcoming you as part of our family, Evan, just seems like a formality at this point, but I just wanted to let you know I love you both, and I can't believe my baby sister is getting married. And I wish you the happiest of marriages and a long life together. Love you. Congratulations. So cheers to the bride and groom.
So most of you know Stephanie's my younger sister. We're a mere 15 months apart, so not quite as close as twins. We certainly grew up together. We've laughed together, cried together, and as sisters do, had the occasional fight. As kids, we played on many of the same sports teams and shared many of the same friends. And we even wore the same clothes. That was also because I usually stole them from Stephanie's closet. And while Stephanie and I did and continue to share many similarities, there are some important key differences between us. She is clearly much more stylish than me. She's an overzealous animal lover, as evidenced by her being the current owner of 2 cats and 1 dog, and the prior owner of 25 gerbils. She also has terrible taste in music. One Christmas, Katie and I literally had to hide the Raffi Christmas soundtrack so she would stop playing it over and over and over and over again. Unfortunately, though, we were never quite sneaky enough to steal her Horse Legends CD, which contained the infamous song Quarter Horse Rider. However, I think the biggest difference between Stephanie and I is that I am and always will be her older sister. I probably don't need to point out the wisdom and superiority being the older sister gives me, but being the older sister does give me another big advantage, the privilege of getting to watch Stephanie grow up. And there's been a lot of growing up. She's changed from a refuse to put her clean laundry away no matter how much mom yells at her preteen, to a responsible pet and homeowner. From a horse-crazed teenager to a successful independent businesswoman, and from a shy kid with a bowl cut to the beautiful bride sitting before us today. This is about the time in the speech when I get to tell the story of how I first met Evan. The ridiculous thing he said or the weird thing he was wearing. But no matter how hard I've tried, I can't actually remember the first time I met you, Evan. Not to say you're not a memorable person, but I think it's because I can't think of a time when you weren't part of the family. I think it's safe to say that from all of us in the family, we're so happy to have you as part of the Ryman clan. Most importantly, though, is how happy you make Stephanie. You're smart, considerate, easygoing, and most importantly, a Hoosier, and I can't think of a better guy to marry my little sister. So at this time, I'd like to propose a toast. Stephanie and Evan, I cannot express how excited I am for you on this day. You're both kind, caring, and credible people, and together you guys make the perfect couple. I'm so happy you found each other, and I wish you an amazing life full of joy, happiness, adventure, and love. Cheers.
The first thing is, Evan, I think it's already been mentioned that I think Steph's number one criteria to the boyfriend is finding someone that she can wear high heels with. So she had that started out well. Like it's already been mentioned, we really feel like Evan's almost part of a family. We've traveled with him to Switzerland and to Greece and Spain, and been a terrific travel companion for our family. We found along the way that Evan is truly a good sport, and like it's been mentioned already, we really enjoy the fact that Evan is a fanatical IU basketball fan. That really fits in well with our family too. Stephanie is actually very well matched with Evan too in that regard. Stephanie, she won't advertise this, but she's a great athlete herself. the weddings are for families and their friends, but I also think they're kind of a celebration of youth and young people too. The people at the front desk, and this is really, I think, who they're for as much as is our friends and our family. And I know as old people, we're going to enjoy tonight watching the young people, celebrate their youth and celebrate hopefully a good time. So, and again, I'll finally finish by toasting Steph and Evan. We hope you for a long life together and many years of marriage.